Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the lessons that I have learned from my field challenges so far. So as I said in previous videos, I have done 6 fTMO challenges so far. So there is, let me scroll, it says shows all. I have 3 free trials that I have done. I passed the first one and then I didn't pass the second one. I managed to break even on this one, um but it doesn't end until like November 15th. But I don't know if I'm probably just going to leave it like that. I'm not sure, so we'll see. And then I have like 3 challenges that I actually paid for. This first one, I was trying to bring it back to break even, but I couldn't. um so it ended up, let me show you the matrix. I like, see, so I started up like this and then I lost all this money and then I went back up. So I was trying to bring it back to break even, but the time was too late and I couldn't. And then where is this? Okay. And then this other account, it was a paid account too, and I just basically like blew it. I didn't pass. Let me see if you go to matrix. Yeah, so I started out basically from I started out basically like really bad, and then I never really recovered. I think, let me see. I think one of the lessons I learned from this is like, well, apparently I didn't learn it because I still did that in my last pay challenge. But see, I started out with doing like one lot and like risking basically 1% of my trade, 1% of my account, and that's probably um I probably so I probably shouldn't have done that. So what I have realized now going forward, like I'm just going to do like point 0.5% of my account, because that way is going to give me about 20 chances to be wrong instead of 10 chances, because I feel like I'm a newer forex trader, right? I shouldn't, like, my goal right now is just to only make like 10% a month. That's it. I'm not even trying to do 20 or 30 or nothing like that, just 10. So if I can make 10, like, that would be awesome, you know? So if I can risk about 0.5% of my account, I think that would be good, and also would be good on my psychology because it's not that much of a loss. Maybe like on a 100K account, it's about 500 per trade, and if I lose that 500, it's nothing compared to like if I lose like 1,000. If I'm risking like maybe like 2 or 3% in a day, like it's gonna be hard for me to recover, especially as a newer trader. So I prefer, for my psychology, um, I think going forward doing like 0.5% is going to be better for me. So this is the last challenge that I did, and if, as you can see, again, I started out a little bit strong, I guess, and then it just all went downhill and I never recovered. And yeah, I just bumped this one with a really really bad trade. Oh yeah, see, oh yeah, it I violated the maximum daily loss, because, and this was a oil trade I think I took. I was really mad that day. Um, so I was like, I just decided to like blow my account. I wonder if I can see. Um, Let me see. All right, negative profit. Let's see. Um, October 27. Which account is this? Oh yeah, this. Yeah, so I was really mad at myself and I just decided to blow my account because I just couldn't like uh come up. But then that's like I couldn't recover from like the whole thing, right? And so that is something too I realized, like, you might be trading like for like 10 days or something like that, you might be losing, but it just takes one trade to like change everything around, right? So if I do like point 0.5 lots, right, and I, let's say I lose like 7 to 10 trades in a row, But if I have like one really really good trade with a like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk ratio, like that can actually like turn things around for me, you know. And that's what happened. If I can show you in my in this last free challenge that I did, that's what happened. Like um I started out really bad. I went down a little bit, and then I went up, and then I tried to blow my account, and that's something another thing I need to work on, because I get so in my feelings, and I was like, oh my gosh, I keep losing, like I'm just gonna like blow this account and call it a day. So I made sure, but I tried to blow the account, but it didn't work, and I just like stopped. I cut the trade short, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna try again. But as you can see, like the next week, I was able to like bring this account back to break even. So it just takes one trade, you know. So I need to like stop being too emotional, and just, if I'm losing, like just maybe like take time away from the charts, maybe take a day or two off, and not trade, and then come back refreshed. So yeah, so those are some of the lessons I've learned so far. Let me see. I I have a list actually that I wrote, but I will be going through. So I said I didn't have a plan for the first one. I didn't have a plan for risk management. That's what I just went over, which was like, I was just like risking like 1% of my trade, instead of like risking 0.05, well, 0.5%, especially as a newer trader. So that's something that I am going to be changing, like whichever challenge I do going forward. And I've been working on that a little bit, and that's it's gotten better. And then also I held on to my losses and cut my winning trade short. So that is like the story of my life, right? So I do this all the time. If you can see here, this was the trade that I took, this terrible trade. Where was it? Yes. So this trade right here was why I decided to like blow my account, because I went over this trade in my previous video. Like this still hurts me to this day, because I got in here. Why? I don't know, because I thought it was a pullback. There was no bullish confirmation in here to get in. But anyway, so I got in here. I held onto this trade, even though this was my stop loss, but I removed my stop loss, and I held on until price came back up here. Um, no, until price was here, and then I was like, you know what, I'm over this, and I closed the trade, and of course it went back in a direction um that was I was holding. So yeah, this is just the example like of me holding on to losing trades, and then cutting my winning trades. Like this trade I got in here at the very top. I got in here at the very top because I had seen this bullish signal. What is it? An engulfing candle with this pin hammer. This is in my setup. If I see this at a previous day high or previous day low, or previous week high or previous week low, especially on a 1 hour chart, like I take this without question, which is what I did. But then when I saw this bullish candle, and also I was looking at oil chart, and I was like, oh, it seemed like oil and gold. It seemed like oil and gold do the same thing. So at the time, gold was like pushing high, and then I saw this huge candle at 8 a.m. in the morning. I was like, no. I was like, maybe I should just like get out of my trade. So of course I got out of my trade. I didn't wait until I was stopped out, and lo and behold, price went exactly to my take profit, to my profit target. So yeah, this is something I need to work on, holding, cutting my losses and holding my trades. Again, this is another one. I got in at the very top up here, and then I got scared when price reached up here. I got scared and I cut my trade short, and obviously price went down to my profit target, which was towards like last week, the previous week's low. So I cut that short when I shouldn't have. So that's something I'm learning about myself, and something I need to work on. And then another thing was, I am not consistent, and I don't follow my trading plan. or even if I do have one, I don't know, because my trading plan at this time, my trading plan is not set in stone. Like, I'm not consistently doing the same thing. So again, it's something I need to work on. My strategy definitely needs work. I have like my strategy is good, right? Like, I have a basic, like, I've been doing the same things. Like, every week I make sure, like, I come to the 1 hour, and I select like the candle that made the high of the previous week, and I put my box around that, and then also the candle that made the low of the previous week, and I put my a box on that, and then drag it all the way through to the next week. So that becomes like my boundary of where I'm looking to take trade. So if trade is up, if the price comes up to the previous week low and then they give me like a bearish signal, I'll take it down. If it comes back to the previous week's high and they give me a bullish candle, I'm sorry, if it comes to a previous week's low, and it gives me like a bullish signal, I'll take it up. So yeah, so that's basically what I do. So my strategy is, the foundation is okay, like, and then I also have these numbers, like, if price is to see, like, if price is at like a major quarter level, or see. So this was a bunch of confluence here. So I was at the previous week's high, I was at the previous day's low, I was at a major quarter level, and these two, like, candlesticks formation have formed. So it was four confluences in this trade, so for me to take it, and I should have held it, because I was like, really, it was a high number of confluences. But I actually just realized that like, this past week, about this confluence thing, because I was like thinking to myself, like, why I didn't hold my trade, right? So yeah, so it was a bunch of confluence, and I should have held onto my trade, but I didn't. So, and I realized too, I did not understand market structure, and I also did not like know how to use the moving average, which is what. So all of last week, I went through my trades, or I went on YouTube, and I watched a lot of videos on market structure, and also how to use the moving average. And I think that's what helped me to bring this my last account to break even. Yeah. I think after that loss, I went through like like I said, all these YouTube videos on moving average and market structure, and I think that was a turning point for me. So let me see. So yeah, all those were like the last trades I took, and they were all winners, like the four last trades. So like, some of these trades I took, like, if I had was it on US 30, if I had paid attention to market structure, like, especially on the 4 hour, right, I feel like I would have been successful, or at least I wouldn't have failed a lot if I had paid attention to market structure, right? I wouldn't have like, I wouldn't have cut my trade, or I wouldn't have taken certain trades. Like, just, I was just dumb. Like, this, like, for example, this trade, clearly, there was a bunch of confluences here to take this up, right? So there, I was at the previous day's low. Price have formed this big W, another W here. So obviously price was planning on going up. Um Price also, it was at the previous day's high. It had not broken this previous day's high for like, I don't even know how many hours, probably like almost like 18 hours. It was at this major quarter level, and price have formed this bullish engulfing candle on the moving average. The moving average is in a uptrend. So how many confluences was that? This is like one. The moving average is two. The candlestick is three. This box, my area of value is four. So about 4 or 5 confluences. Five, because it have formed this W of W like continuation pattern, I guess. So about 4 or 5 confluences to go up, and I still didn't. So yeah, that's what I meant by not understanding like market structure, because price failed to go down and break this low. Price was still in the uptrend, So if I had if I had understood market structure, and if I had understood like just I guess how to use the moving average, like I would have just stuck. I would have been in this trade. I probably would have won. I don't know. So yeah, or at least I wouldn't have taken this trade. So, but yeah, that's the those are the things so far that I have learned. Let me see. I think I have another one here that I did. Oh, but I can't. Yeah. Gold. See a gold trade. Yeah, this is another trade that I probably shouldn't have taken too, on gold. It's like price was at the previous week's high. I'm sorry, the previous day's high, but it hadn't, like, for hours, it hadn't broken this like previous day's low. So, and the moving average was still in an uptrend. Um, Price was at this major quarter level again. Wow, it seemed like all my trades happen here. So is this something I probably should look for? So, because I just showed another trade that was like this on that. Let me go back and see. Oh, shish. Sorry, I'm using my iPad. All right, where was this trade? Okay, so on like the previous Nash trade, right? It was like major quarter level. Price had not broken the previous day's low. The moving average was in the uptrend, and it had formed this candle. So let's say 4 confluences, right? So if we come back to this gold trade that I just showed, it seemed like it was the same. So this price was at the major quarter level. Price had not really broken this high. Like it was in an area of value. So that's 2. It was in an uptrend. That's 3 on the moving average. The moving average was in the uptrend, and then 4, price have formed this bullish engulfing candle. So yeah, it seemed like this is wow. Okay, so it seemed like this is something I should pay attention to actually, going forward, because I just now realized this as I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, but yeah, if I had understood market structure the way I'm looking at it now, and like also understood how to use the moving average, like I probably would have gotten in some really really good trades, or could have stayed out of like terrible trades. So yeah, um this was another trade that I had cut short. Man, I got in, and you guys can see like it seemed like I get in at the top of these moves, but then I cut my trade short, because this one I was kind of okay with price being like the first profit target was here at the previous day's low, but my full target was going to be here at I think this was like the previous week's low or something like that. But I got scared when price came here, even though price, like, this was like the low of that day. Price didn't even come to this box. But again, like I said, I got scared. I didn't want to lose money. So that's something I'm working on also, like my fear of losing. I have to work on that, because of that, like I I cut the winning trade short, and I hold on to the losing trades for some reason. So yeah, I got scared that price was going to go against me, and even though like the moving average is in a downtrend, right? I still like cut this trade short, and it obviously went to this point. So yeah, those are the things I need to work on. I have a bunch, like I said in my previous video, like I have a lot of psychological I guess things when it comes to trading that I need to work on. So my fear of losing, cutting my windows short, and like holding on to my losing trades, and not understanding market structure and using the moving average, and also not following my trading plans and not being consistent. So yeah, and also like not having a plan for risk management. So those are all the things I have learned about myself so far, since I've been doing this challenge and since I've been recording my fTMO challenge. And I started journaling as well, journaling my trades as well. So that's helped me. Like in the morning, I wake up, I the first thing I do, I get on my journal and I start writing how I feel, how if I'm feeling tired, if I slept like the previous night, like all that. And I think everything has been helping me. And I think my strategy, if I do say so myself, I think my strategy has been coming is coming along. And I also started listening to music while I trade, and I think that helped me too last week to keep me calm and just to not keep me emotionally emotionally attached. And I think going forward, I'm going to be paying more attention to the 4 hour trade, to the 4 hour chart as well, to like just trade, to make my trading very relaxed, because I'm a calm person in real life, right? So I like everything. I don't really like stress. So I think if I trade the 4 hours and like pay attention to meaning like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, like right now, I don't even care about getting like sniper entries anymore. Like as long as I can get in a trade and win that trade, like I'm okay with it. Like even if it's like I want to do like my maximum pip should be about 50 pips and then my minimum is like 25. I feel like for me as a beginner trader, that's fine, especially at least until like maybe until like I'm a year into becoming like very like a consistently profitable trader. Like after I'm consistently profitable for like a year, then I can be like, okay, let me go down and see if I how I can like reduce my stops. So but I think for now I'm just going to like focus on, not really focus on like getting in trades instead of like focus on like trying to like lower my stop loss, if that makes sense. So yeah, do at least at most 50 pips, stop loss, and then go from there. So yeah, and focus on the 1 hour and the 4 hour mostly. But yeah, so yeah, those are all my trades, and like I said, those are the lessons I learned and I'm still learning. And thank you for watching, and thank you for following me on this journey, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.